All right, we're all set for the party. I've trimmed the tree, hung the mistletoe, and paired all those weird-shaped knives and forks with the appropriate cheeses. And I plugged in the Bartesian.
Bartesian?
It's a home cocktail maker that makes over 60 premium cocktails, plus a whole lot of seasonal favorites, too. I just got it for $50 off. So, how about a Cosmopolitan or a mistletoe margarita?
I'm thirsty.
Watch. I just pop in a capsule, choose my strength, and...
Wow, it's beginning to feel more seasonal in here already.
If your holiday party doesn't have a bartender, then you become the bartender. Unless you've got a Bartesian, because Bartesian crafts every cocktail perfectly in as little as 30 seconds. And I just got it for $50 off.
'Tis the season to be jollier.
Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Every day when you log into ChumbaCasino.com, the ultimate online social casino, you get a free daily bonus. Imagine if you got daily bonuses in other parts of your life.
I chose French fries over loaded French fries.
I asked Stuart from accounting about his weekend, even though I don't care.
I updated my operating system without having to call tech support.
Collect your free daily bonus at ChumbaCasino.com now. And live the Chumba life. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Cantina Hour. We're here and we are talking today, Agatha, number 1 and 2 episodes. And then also, I think we're going to dive into a little bit of Penguin action because, you know, that also aired this past week. And dude, both these things that we're going to talk about today. So dang good. I am Matt. Obviously, as always, and go ahead, Hopsgeek News on any podcasting platform, any social media platform. Do us a favor, go ahead and share it. And that's how we can help it grow. You know, we can't go on Twitter because I'm not paying Elon Musk because he sucks. And then we are on YouTube and, you know, we're almost to 1,000 there. We do have some really cool things going on, such as Hopsgeek Booze for Haley, which we'll talk about in a minute. But this is our freestyle type episode. Join in the comments. Pop in. Megan's in the chat. Hop in the chat. Let us know your thoughts about what we're going to be talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of fall themed beer, if you will. I'm drinking Leaf Peepers, man. You know me. Fall is here. Absolutely the best time of year. The leaves are changing. Agatha, hit off.
The map's changing everywhere.
They're changing here. And on my can. So it's from Big Ugly Brewing. It's an 8% IPA from Big Ugly. You know, I am what I drink. And so Lauren, what you got going on over there? What's up to Tyler? Lauren's in the chat too. What are you doing in the chat? You're on video. Patrick, what's up, man? In the chat. Yes, Facebook, YouTube, don't matter where you're at, what are you watching. Thanks for hanging out. And don't forget to share. Please help. So Lauren, what you got over there?
I am drinking another beer from Mason Aleworks. If you're not familiar with them, they're the ones that do the amazing Marvel and Disney and DC artwork. And this is another one. It is Wonder Woman. How freaking awesome is that? It's called Ricochet. And I know there's some older comics. I don't think they do this anymore, where like the bullets like ricochet off of her and she's like, boom, 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 and her boobs are shaking.
How did that go?
Do you ever see that? I saw like a clip of it, and then like they make a comment of her like, okay, I'm not gonna do it again.
Hold on,
okay,
Lauren, you got to peep the fit too. Just an FYI.
Oh,
Megan says your fit is cute AF.
So it's even cuter because it's got the little tie down here too. Oh. So this is a Spirit purchase. I bought this like a couple days after Halloween at like 75% off. Actually, I noticed when we were recording, I still have the thingy on here. I did wash it, but that's still on there. Actually, I have scissors right here. I'm going to cut that right off. But it's got little like pumpkins on it and little like globes and stuff. I don't know how much you can see, but yes, it's very festive. Got a little skeleton. So we're all spooky season here. I decorated outside yesterday and immediately found out after we have a hurricane coming our way. So now I get to take all that down tomorrow. So fun. But yeah, this is a fun shirt. I'm excited for it. And, so my beer. It's a hazy double IPA with Citra Mosaic HBC 586. This is part of the Immortal series. I actually have over here, I have Weapon X, I have Thing, I have Thor, I have Gambit, I have Mickey, I have Deadpool, and this is going to get cleaned out and go right next to all of them. It's so cool. And I love when the can art is as good as the beer. And that's what this is.
Dude, their can art is so sick. I've got, obviously up there somewhere, you sent me, I think the Deadpool or Wolverine. You sent me one of them. Maybe I found one of them, but I
think I sent you Weapon X.
I think you did. No, you definitely did, because I have that one.
Yeah.
You did. Well, regardless, whatever. Yeah, man, we're here. Thanks for hanging out, guys, as always. Also, I gotta do something real quick. Before we get into it, man, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the thing that Tabby sent me. Lauren's cousin Tabby this week. She has her own shop and she makes the coolest bags, coolest little koozies here that you see my glass is in. We got a little PSL group. Okay. But also, like, look at this. She made this bag. She gets the fabric. She makes the bags. She knows that I love Bluey and Star Wars. So she made this cool as hell bag that's Bluey Star Wars themed. And it's got a little pocket back here that I can put whatever I want in there, and then it's got like the clip here if you want to. And there's look at all the pockets in there. Like, this is the coolest thing on earth. So I had to show y'all real quick because Tabby is truly an incredible person. Like I said, she also made this reversible. So I had to do that real quick, but we are here to talk Agatha episodes 1 and 2. And we're also here to talk about the Penguin episodes 1. So we will go ahead. And which one do you want to start with? Which one are you vibing first, man?
I think more people have probably seen Agatha. So maybe start with Agatha.
All right. Yeah. Surprisingly enough, I feel like a lot of people have been, deservedly so, don't get me wrong, people have deservedly so been talking more so about Agatha than, Penguin, which Penguin released.
I think MCU in general just tends to be more popular.
I agree.
Whether it's shit on or not.
Is also, like, not for nothing, but Penguin is a bit more darker.
Right. So it's not as, age-friendly, family-friendly kind of TV.
Right. And so I get it. But, man, Agatha... So this is taking place right after WandaVision. They talk about the events in WandaVision. Spoilers ahead. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to know about it yet, we're talking episodes 1 and 2. They came out last week. Episode 3 comes out tomorrow night. And we're here because Lauren's going to I thought hurricane season was over. Well, it's not. It's going to hit Lauren.
It ends November 1st.
We had to bump up some recordings, man. What's up to Hades as well? Our man Hades out there. ASAP Imagination doing great things in comic books. But what were your first initial thoughts about the first 2 episodes that premiered, besides the fact that Aubrey Plaza could stab me with any knife she wanted to any day of the week?
Well, I loved how different the 2 of them were. Because, you have the first one, she's like still kind of under the spell and breaking from the spell. And I just loved the tie-in where, like, we still got a little nod of that, like, WandaVision kind of stuff with the, reality TV. And, obviously she was talking funny and goofy and you could tell everybody was kind of irritated with her and humoring her. And you didn't fully understand why, because I really thought that, like, Wanda's spell had just made her a normal person, but it clearly it didn't. But I love when it was funny. Like
she's the cop. She's talking like Batman, but it was supposed to be some TV show. Like she was still a part of. Yeah, hey, Cat's in the chat. My mom's in the chat. Shout out to them. Yeah, the first one was fun. It was like a cop thing. I didn't realize it was still going to be a thing. And okay, Carrie called this. I got to give Carrie her dues. She was like, "Is that Wanda that's dead?" And it was said that the toe tag in the morgue said Scarlet Witch. What'd you think of that one?
I still don't think she's dead. I think that was just something that she was imagining. Maybe it was somebody she wished was dead. Or maybe she sees herself in Agatha because they're both witches. Maybe she was envisioning. Who knows? I think we'll get more of that. Or maybe it was Mephisto as Wanda. We'll find out.
All right, guys. You know what we do here? Fire up your Mephisto theories. Drop them in the chat. If you got Mephisto theories, Aubrey Plaza is Mephisto's daughter. I'm starting them right now. We're gonna ride the Mephisto train the whole way. Would that
then make her Billy and Tommy's sister?
I don't know. We'll get there. We
love we got a nod.
We went 2 different directions in that one. Yes. What was your nod? My nod was Catherine Hahn's nakedness, which she fought to put in the show. Yours was much more serious than mine.
No, there was a nod to her son. Her son from the comics, which we talked about, was it Nicholas? Um, So in the first episode, she goes into the room and she like looks sad, and it's clearly she's lost a child, which I thought was an interesting nod for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
One, because she does have a son in the comics that turns on her and tries to kill her with the Salem 7, who we see that in the show. We see the Salem 7. That's who was showing up at the end of episode 2. But also Wanda's villain origin story is that she lost her kids. So did Agatha have an actual son at one point that we don't know about? Is that why she broke bad? Because she doesn't seem evil in her.
That brings us to our theory here about our man.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is.
Well, they don't say his name, and every time he goes to
Obviously,
talk,
yeah.
Is that an M on his mouth for Mephisto? Perhaps. Is it Wiccan? There's a lot of theories out there that it's Wiccan. A lot of theories out there, which I could buy into, because every time he goes to talk, she can't hear him.
But it's only been 3 years. Oh, but they can age themselves up.
Nicky Scratch. That's right, Megan. But that's true. But again, Mephisto. I'm calling in my shot. It's Mephisto. Look at that M. That's Mephisto. Say it again. Mephisto. 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 Ooh. Yeah, maybe I don't know. We don't know who he's just teen right now. He wants to become a witch. But he helped her break the spell.
Well, in IMDb, I thought that maybe it was just teen because they were trying to like be discreet. I didn't realize it was going to be a whole point plot. So my mom just said Ola. So my mom had an interesting theory, and hers was that Deborah Jo Rupp is more than she seems. That she might actually be a witch.
Obviously. She's the Green Witch.
She's filling in, I thought, for Agatha, because Agatha didn't want Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza, we assumed, was the next name on that list, and she pulled Deborah Jo Rupp in.
I didn't even think about that.
That's where my head went. But then when my mom said the Deborah Jo Rupp thing, because she has her purse and everything, then my first thought was the first episode of WandaVision, when her husband's choking, she breaks character and says, stop, stop. And she's still laughing, but she's saying stop, and she's scared, like she knew.
All right, we're all set for the party. I've trimmed the tree, hung the mistletoe, and paired all those weird-shaped knives and forks with the appropriate cheeses. And I plugged in the Bartesian.
Bartesian?
It's a home cocktail maker that makes over 60 premium cocktails, plus a whole lot of seasonal favorites, too. I just got it for $50 off. So, how about a Cosmopolitan or a mistletoe margarita?
I'm thirsty.
Watch. I just pop in a capsule, choose my strength, and...
Wow, it's beginning to feel more seasonal in here already.
If your holiday party doesn't have a bartender, then you become the bartender. Unless you've got a Bartesian, because Bartesian crafts every cocktail perfectly in as little as 30 seconds. And I just got it for $50 off.
'Tis the season to be jollier.
Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Like, she was out of character, and all the other characters seemed like they needed Vision to do something to make them out of character.
Oh, this is good. Let's go on this. I didn't even think about that. I just thought
I didn't either. My mom told me that.
I mean, well, that's very, very smart. He looks he does look like the zombie from Hocus Pocus. Billy!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, the purse is magic, your mom says. That's interesting, because they needed it. Okay, so in episode 2, basically, Agatha's back. You know, she's back. She's all with her bad self. She's got her badass look going on. She's all
I love that that's a nod to the older character in the comics, but she looks so fucking good.
She does. She's just exuberating power, man. Like, she's so badass looking and
hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious too. And she goes on this whole thing. So she's trying to find a coven because they need to walk the road. And the road is basically a death sentence to witches. However, if you complete the road, which Agatha has done before, you get power. And also we found out
the most.
Yes. We also have found out that Agatha part of her witchcraft is if you shoot her with your power, she can take your power and absorb it.
Which we saw that in WandaVision.
Yes. And that's a kind of a plot point here too, because she tries to trick them. So she's going around assembling a coven. She goes to the first one here in the middle with the yellow robes. I forget. I don't remember names.
So the one on the left with the pink dress, like if you're looking on the left, it was driving me nuts the whole episode. I'm like, why does she look so familiar? She's from Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept thinking, I know her from something, and I know she's funny. She looks so familiar. And I never figured it out. I had IMDb it, and I'm so disappointed in myself. Okay, go ahead.
I had no idea. One. I didn't realize she was in Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Well, okay, so the middle in the yellow robe, she's basically like a psychic, sightseer,
she
whatever it
like
is. She got the crystal ball. Yeah. She's charging people to tell their fortune. And she seems like she's a fraud when they first go there. And then it turns out that she's an actual witch. She has lost her power. And Agatha's like, come with, I'm going to walk the road. Come with me. She says no, but she conjures this list of people that she must gather to get a coven, because you cannot walk the road without a coven. And which I really love the vibes of this show. It fits so well into like the Halloween-y fall spookiness. Like it doesn't feel like an MCU show at all, which is great.
WandaVision didn't at first either. It was like weird that it was. And
I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't want it to end in a big CGI fight like WandaVision did, and like most MCU things tend to do. But this is really good so far. And so from there, they go and visit our friend in the pink here from Saturday Night Live. She's selling edible wax. Would you ever eat wax from a candle if it was edible?
No. I won't even light candles that aren't soy. So no.
I don't think I would ever eat edible. Like that doesn't jive. That breaks my brain. I don't think so. But it turns out she's
like, can't remember the things with the juice. As a kid, you bite the wax off. It's like the weird kids.
Oh yeah.
Don't eat the wax. When there was lawsuits against her. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she has lawsuits against her, which she's going to go to jail for a long time. And so that's a big part of her thing. Yeah, I agree, Megan. Half the food that we eat is junk food and is less healthy than a candle. Yeah. Everything's poison these days. That's why I try to grow a lot of my own foods, because everything is legitimately poison these days. You are 100% correct. You're right. Maybe I will get more nutrition from a candle. Who knows? And anyways, moving on from there, they go and they basically go to find our next witch to the far right here, whose mom had disappeared and was a musician, and she's from Supernatural. Fun fact.
Yes,
she's in season 12 of Supernatural. She was a demon trying to protect the lady who's bearing Satan's
Lucifer's
baby.
Yes. I believe she was a prince of hell.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Do you know? She might have been right. You're right, I think. Yes. They do make sex edible candles. Ew, gross. No, gross. Yeah, she's from Supernatural. Her mom's just like a rock star who disappeared. She was very against it. But then there was one more name on the list. We don't know who it was for sure.
I think it was Aubrey Plaza.
Probably, but they needed a green witch, and so she comes up with what's her name's character, goes across the street. She sees her tending her garden. That counts as a green witch to her. And brings her along, and she doesn't understand. They come. You want to come to a party?
Even put the green together. She has a green thumb.
Yeah, she's tending her garden. That's why. And they take her to the basement, and it's basically a cult. And they start singing a really banger bit of a song. Like that song.
She's like, "Am I supposed to know this?"
Yeah. She's so but the fact that she stayed was kind of like, all right, she's a real one for that.
The song is on Spotify. I added it to my Halloween playlist. So if anybody wants to do that.
Hell yeah. I'm going to do that as well, actually, because I didn't really, I should have known. You're right. I should have known.
I think if you put in Agatha Witch's Road or something, I think is what it was called. I did it while I was right as the episode was ending.
All right, we're all set for the party. I've trimmed the tree, hung the mistletoe, and paired all those weird-shaped knives and forks with the appropriate cheeses. And I plugged in the Bartesian.
Bartesian?
It's a home cocktail maker that makes over 60 premium cocktails, plus a whole lot of seasonal favorites, too. I just got it for $50 off. So, how about a Cosmopolitan or a mistletoe margarita?
I'm thirsty.
Watch. I just pop in a capsule, choose my strength, and...
Wow, it's beginning to feel more seasonal in here already.
If your holiday party doesn't have a bartender, then you become the bartender. Unless you've got a Bartesian, because Bartesian crafts every cocktail perfectly in as little as 30 seconds. And I just got it for $50 off.
'Tis the season to be jollier.
Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
But and I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You can put Christ Back in Christmas on your playlist too, from The Boys. That's on there. But
I just keep thinking of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Pat here says Aubrey Plaza was definitely the black heart they reference. She made it real clear she had a black heart that beats for Agatha. Oh yeah, true. They
definitely have a history.
There's something there between the two of them for sure. We don't know what it is yet. More to come. And so they
see the Parks and Rec reunion at the preview.
No,
it was so cute because Aubrey Plaza and Catherine Hahn are both from Parks and Rec.
Catherine Hahn was in Parks and Rec?
Oh my God, she's so funny. Remember she wears the raincoat and she goes to their house and she's like, your life is disgusting, because they have the triplets at that point. The guy from Step Brothers and Amy Poehler are married.
Yes,
so
Megan,
they both were there.
I don't remember Catherine Hahn in there. But yeah, Megan, I told you there's Mephisto. Look at Teen's mouth. That's an M for Mephisto. Or if you flip it upside down, it's W for Wombo. All right.
Witch.
Mephisto.
Witch. Or
say it 5 times in the mirror.
Mephisto,
and
Mephisto,
a
Mephisto.
YouTuber will appear with his thoughts and theories. But I thought it was cool because you're right. You talked about, I was hoping that the Salem 7, we kind of on our pre-show talked about it. And the Salem 7 do appear. So Teen wasn't invited originally to the road. He was going to get left behind because Agatha just didn't think he was worthy or whatever. And then the Salem 7, there's like animals that they keep seeing, like a bunny rabbit, there's a wolf, things like that. What did you think was going on with those?
Are they like familiars?
I don't know. Or if they're like, Harry Potter, they turn into animals once in a while, like the witches.
Like shapeshifters.
Yeah.
So in the comics, they're like his kids that then become like these other things. But I thought it was really creepy when they were like going down the stairs and the one thing like walked like upside down bad. It was like Exorcist shit, like there.
It was terrifying how they flashed and moved really fast and everything. Like that was creepy, man.
It
like
was
legitimately,
creepy.
It was really creepy. And then the best character in the show is the neighbor, the one dude who's coming home and he sees that and he's like, oh hell no. And he starts running away. Like he acted.
Because we saw them in WandaVision. And they were like, oh God, not this again. And you saw Wanda's plot. You saw the people land that Vision bought her.
You do see the destroyed house that that was a cool callback because if you remember, in Multiverse of Madness, they hadn't watched WandaVision, so they didn't really tie it together because they didn't see the show. And it's very clear that, the creators of Agatha watched the show. It was not that shit again. You're right. Or this shit again. Best character, hands down, right off the bat. I do want to say Megan's theory. Megan's theory
end until he shows up.
Is the hair in the locket is Rio's, and it's a part of the blood pact that her and Agatha made when they were together, and so that's why she cannot kill Rio. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense and ties into the whole Blackheart thing as well. Like she's not, and she ate the paper too, and he's like, "How did it taste?" Teen did, and it was like, "Ew, gross."
I think her son has to have some relevancy, like the fact that we saw the name.
Oh yeah,
Nicholas. We saw that name and that he's supposedly dead, and I think it's just he's dead to her. Like I feel like that has to come back. That can't just be this is my backstory to my hardworking cop persona.
Ooh, theories of Miss Hart being Mephisto. Okay, now we're talking Mephisto. Yeah, you know what? Give me the sweet green thumb lady as Mephisto. Look at that hair. That hair screams devilish, doesn't it? That's Mephisto.
Hey, you don't fuck with Mrs. Foreman.
That's right. She's got that devil. I'm telling you, man, you get her Starbucks order wrong, she gets real mean real quick.
No, not her Starbucks order. If you watch that 70s show, it was her liquor drink. She's hilarious. She'd be like pouring the liquor into the blender and she's like,
I don't doubt it. But I'm
I'm
with
gonna go to bed for a few days. There's
I'm
a
with
whole bunch of
JT.
TikToks that they've used with clips from that.
Ah, that's fair. Well, I've seen there's a lot of memes with her, but I do like JT's theory that she could be Mephisto. Like that would be cool because you think she's going one way, has nothing, and then next thing you know, I'm in, man. I'm gonna buy so into her martini or margarita. Yeah, I'm so into the. I'm buying into Mephisto. I'm telling you, there's an M on that kid's mouth for a reason.
But I also wonder, it's like, are they just messing with at this point because the fan theories have gotten out of control with Mephisto? Like, will they ever actually introduce him? I feel like
I
maybe
think
we
they
won't
will.
see him for a while, though. Because I truly do think that when they cast the other Quicksilver in WandaVision, I really think that they were fucking with us.
Ralph
I do think
Boner.
that it was okay, this is somebody the audience is going to associate with Quicksilver, but it's going to create confusion.
Can you
Like, they
just
could have
stop
had
messing with us at this point and give us the
anybody.
guy?
They could have had anybody come, and we all would have
Ralph
been
Boner
very
came all right.
where I don't think he ever did, because remember, he never, he was Agatha's husband. He's never in the mood. He can't tame this beast. I still
Oh,
can't
that's
believe
right. I
that
forgot he was her husband. That's right.
Yeah. There's not a single brewery that hasn't made a beer called June 2nd. And I think that is infuriating. So, Patrick,
June
you're a home
2nd?
brewer. June 2nd. Unless they make a beer called June 2nd, Ralph's never going to remember our anniversary.
Oh, see, I already forgot June 2nd. I don't know.
See, I know.
I guess I don't remember her anniversary either.
Well, I hope you remember your own. I only remember because I just rewatched Agatha right
It's
before
April.
this. Or rewatched WandaVision.
Okay, see, that's fair. I didn't rewatch.
M for magic.
No, it's Mephisto, okay?
Or martini.
I'm Mephisto. You
Or margarita.
Mephisto. We Mephisto. I thought you meant Mephisto.
What are you, Groot?
But no, like the end of the episode got real creepy, man. And the whole like opening of the door. Well, there has to be something. So the door didn't open at first. And then Agatha was trying to trick them into like getting a spark with her magic.
One little spark.
So I'm very interested. And before I go into that, Rich up in the chat, our boy from the direct, what's up, guys? Getting some work done over here, but hope this show's going great. Shout, Richard Nebbins. If you're not following what he does on the direct, he does a lot of really, really great work. Love that dude to death. Can't wait to get him back onto the show. Also, shout out to JT too, because he helped us a lot at GalaxyCon Richmond. He shot a lot of the footage and things like that, which we're going to be running it back this year at GalaxyCon, and I think I'm going to be at NightmareCon Richmond the weekend of my birthday, by the way, since I can't go to NYCC. But yeah, the door bit. So the door obviously did not open. I'm interested to know like what changed. Maybe Miss Hart is Mephisto, and that's why it changed. She activated her Mephisto powers, and the door opened.
Needed a certain amount. They were required to have a certain amount, weren't they? So maybe that's just what it was.
You're right. It's like Christmas. The only way to spread Christmas cheer is to sing loud for all to hear, and that's what powers his sleigh. The only way to open the door to the road is to sing Witch's Creed for all to hear. I don't know. But
maybe they did have to sing.
They did, and it was a banger. Again, a banger of a song. They got in there, and then the road looks like it's like Wizard of Oz-ish. When they go into the dark forest of Wizard of Oz. And so I'm really, really excited to see kind of where that goes. That's kind of like, what do you got?
No, I just synapses just connected where I remembered that they made a comment that Wanda destroyed all the Darkholds.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was like, you don't have any more Darkhold. Wanda destroyed them all. That's right.
Yeah, and I was like, I love that because I think one of the biggest complaints this last Fate 2 phases since Endgame has been that things don't connect. Yeah. And I really think more things are connecting. Captain Marvel connected a lot. Now they're
starting about time. I mean, the fact that we haven't seen Shang-Chi, I say it like weekly at this point. It's a crime. It's a crime to not see more of, Shang-Chi. But that's kind of what I got for Agatha 1 and 2, first 2 episodes. I'm fully invested. I'm fully bought into the leaf peeping spooky vibes, if you will. And that's kind of what I got there. So do you want to go into some Penguin? You got any final thoughts on Agatha before we go into the Penguin?
I'm loving it. I love that it's spooky. I love that it's Agatha. I love that it's Catherine Hahn. I'm here for it. I love it.
I just can't believe this is the same lady that was standing up peeing into a urinal in Step Brothers.
I feel like Agatha would do that.
Agatha's a boss. God,
I love her
badass,
in
dude.
every movie she's in. So
I
yeah,
do.
now we'll go to which my beer is themed for is DC because I don't have a penguin beer.
Let's go. I don't have a penguin beer either, but yeah, man, we're gonna roll in. Colin Farrell reprises his role as the Penguin, and like, if you knew nothing going in, like Carrie didn't know anything.
But you don't need
Not,
to.
no, well, no. But what I'm saying is, she didn't know this was Colin Farrell until like
Oh,
she asked
nobody
a
would know
question.
that on their own. Yeah.
She was like, and she saw the Batman, and so she was like, "Who is this actor? Like, he's doing a really good job." And I was like, "Dude, that's Colin Farrell." Like, within the suit, he's got, you know, we talked about it on our pre-show for the Penguin. He's got the 10-pound suit, the makeup, all of that. That's Colin Farrell right here. The fact that he plays this character so well, and we're going to talk spoilers for episode 1 because I think this show deserves just as much praise as Agatha's getting, because I've been begging and begging and begging to get this world building of Gotham, because Gotham and Batman's characters.
All right, we're all set for the party. I've trimmed the tree, hung the mistletoe, and paired all those weird-shaped knives and forks with the appropriate cheeses. And I plugged in the Bartesian.
Bartesian?
It's a home cocktail maker that makes over 60 premium cocktails, plus a whole lot of seasonal favorites, too. I just got it for 50 off. So, how about a Cosmopolitan or a mistletoe margarita?
I'm thirsty.
Watch. I just pop in a capsule, choose my strength, and...
Wow, it's beginning to feel more seasonal in here already.
If your holiday party doesn't have a bartender, then you become the bartender. Unless you've got a Bartesian, because Bartesian crafts every cocktail perfectly in as little as 30 seconds. And I just got it for $50 off.
'Tis the season to be jollier.
Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
They are such a key part of Gotham City, and Gotham City is its own character. And so now we're getting to see how these characters have risen into like their power or whatnot. And so this is all about Penguin. We saw Penguin, you know, Falcone had died, and now his son, this episode starts off with his son, who's the new head of the Falcone crime family. And so Penguin's back at the Iceberg Lounge, kind of stealing stuff. And that's when the son shows up, who is actually in The Marvelous Miss Maisel. Fun fact.
I know he's the husband.
Yeah. I'm glad you caught that because Carrie pointed that out. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. And so he's like, I'm the new crime boss. They share some drinks together. And then Mr. Falcone there starts to get a little talkative and basically calls, you know, Oz a bitch. And then that's when Oz, quick draw McGraw, caps him. He's dead.
Don't
what did you think about the
guy
start?
with a gun a bitch? What did I think about what?
What did you think about the start of this episode? Like, what were your thoughts when we went back into Gotham? For somebody who didn't like the Batman.
Well, my favorite parts of the Batman were the parts with Penguin. I thought Penguin was the best part of that movie. What was he? It was like, what is this? Good cop, batshit crazy cop? Like,
come on, what are you showing me here? Come on,
dude. Every scene he was in was phenomenal. And the Batman, I almost feel like I need to watch it again, but in shifts. But it just was slow. It just had slow parts. I need the opposite of the Schneider cut. I just need it to be edited down. But the Penguin was phenomenal. I know I've mentioned before, if you listen to us regularly, Josh and I've been rewatching Sopranos. So I have this like mob mentality, you know, back in my head. I've been watching the documentary for Sopranos. And so I loved it. I loved it.
Worried?
I go in waves with the.
If I get on your bad side, are you gonna whack me? I'm gonna end up dead when I go to Orlando in like a month.
Well, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get my hands dirty.
That's true. I'm gonna walk in the house and Logan's gonna whack me with his Wolverine claws.
He will do that. He's done it to me. No, it was really good because obviously doing that, it's like it's one of those moments like, well, this is going to change a lot of things because like if he gets caught, he's screwed. Like, you killed somebody, like a big deal. Like, this is the
Yeah, this
son
isn't
of
just
the
somebody
boss.
else. Yeah,
Right. You
this
can't,
is
like,
the
he should
man.
have been untouchable, but he was acting like a little shit. And you see that in
He was
Sopranos, and you
unhinged.
see that in other movies, like with the mobsters, where like the next generation gets a little too big for their britches. And
'Cause
like
they were raised, they were raised in like
they were raised, nobody was
privilege.
allowed to fuck with them. They were, yeah.
Yeah,
And so
they were
they have
privileged.
this mentality of like that they're better than any, what, you think you're better than
Yeah.
me? You
What, you
know,
think you're
oh,
better than me or something?
right. Are you, what am I, a clown? Do I amuse you? Um, but that was funny. But it's, oh God, it was so good. It was such a great way to kick off the show. And as soon as they did that, you're like, whoa, where is this gonna go? And then not to jump to the end, but the end, like all those things in between took
Oh, yeah.
time, but then the end paid off.
The payoff was we're gonna get there. Megan, yeah, Battinson could absolutely get it. I love October
I
31st.
didn't like his Bruce Wayne. I liked his Batman. I didn't like his Bruce
He's
Wayne.
gotta get there, okay?
He's too emo. Bruce Wayne needs to act more
He's gonna
playboy.
get there. Don't worry. All right. What are you talking about? Come on. Yeah, dude. So Oz is stealing the dirt on all of Gotham's, and that's also when Mr. Falcone there spills the beans about a new drug that's coming on. It's going to change the market. He kills him. Bada bing, bada boom. He comes out his car, a
Bada
nice
bing. That's a strip
purple.
club in
Yeah,
Sopranos.
his purple Maserati's getting jacked by some teens, which he scares off. He ends up shooting his car, kidnaps one teen, and basically blackmails him
Who's
into
from
becoming.
Runaways?
He is, yes. He blackmails him into, helping him dispose of the body, which they eventually take to the junkyard, and then he becomes like his number one man. At first, I thought they were like, "Oh, is this going to be like a future Robin, perhaps?" But then, obviously not. That's where I thought they were going at first. Clearly not, which I'm good with as well. And so, at that point, Oz is going things, and they end up at the Falcone house where he's being told to shut down his operation, and that's when he kind of blabs about the new drug that's coming out. And then this familiar faced Christina, I can't pronounce her last name very well.
How I Met Your Mother.
She's she's the mom from How I Met Your Mother. She's in Palm Springs. This is like we've never seen her before. She's very lighthearted normally. She is Sophia Falcone, the daughter and brother or sister, excuse me.
Who was in Arkham, no
She was in Arkham in solitary confinement, which she actually studied how people act in solitary confinement before going on this show. And I'm like, damn, she's still in the show too. Her and Colin Farrell, the two of them together. Damn.
Well, it's funny seeing an interview with the two of them too, because it looks like a different person, because Colin Farrell obviously looks so different from Penguin. But it's like I saw an interview with the two of them and I had to remind myself, oh, this is Penguin.
HBO likes to put out those like interviews where they interview each other. And I love like watch them because they're so different than the characters they play. Like she's a psychopath. She talks to Oz.
Yeah, but she's one of those, she's so intelligent.
She is.
But yeah, she is a psychopath, 100%. But
she was in, she was in Arkham.
With the mental health disorder she has, they didn't, go into detail on that. To then be raised in a crime family, you're nurturing that, like, it's okay.
You're not normal. That's for sure.
Right. So, I mean, obviously she ended up in Arkham, but we all know Arkham isn't exactly rehabilitative. It just spits you right back out to do more crimes.
Yeah, exactly. And so she and Oz come out. She points out the bullet hole. He's like, some kids were jacking the car. I shot at him. I'm blah, blah, blah.
Show him who's boss.
Yeah. And they drive. One thing I like too about this show real quick is the fact that like Gotham City is portrayed at daytime a lot, because in Batman operates at night. So you don't really get a lot of scenes of Gotham at daytime. And like the daytime scenes show how grimy it kind of is. It has that just slimy feel to it. Again, giving that pulse and that heartbeat to Gotham City, which I really enjoy personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but that's true. But I mean, it makes sense. Batman has to operate in the dark because he has to stay undercover, whereas Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin, he's a normal dude. Crime don't sleep. Crime goes on during the day and during the night. And so they go to dinner where she basically is like, hey,
she knows.
Where's my brother at? Like, it's something, he's dead or something like that. Like, what's up? And he's, hey, I didn't do it. Like, why would I do this? Plausible deniability. And after that is when we get a really cool scene because our dude Clancy Brown is playing Salvatore Marone.
He has been everywhere this year.
He has The Boys, Gen V, or I should say Gen V, sorry.
But I guess that was last year. Dexter, he was in Dexter not too long ago.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he's Salvatore. So he's in jail and Blackgate. And that's when,
How genius. Pin it on somebody who would want to take credit for it. Fucking
because
genius.
he had the whole thing was the pinky ring that Falcone took from Marone, and then his son had it. And so when Penguin shot his son, he took the ring and he kept it. And so when he went there, basically being like, hey, let's work together. And Salvatore's like, you've screwed me over. You basically are fair weather wherever, He's like, but I mean it this time. And Salvatore blows him off. And as Penguin leaves, he gives him the ring, which sets up something really cool because the young lackey, if you will, they dumped Falcone's body in the trunk. The car, as Sophia basically, he drives back, Penguin does. They're there at the Iceberg Lounge. There's a whole car chase scene where, shout out to Penguin, man. He held his own. He was choking that one guy out pretty gnarly. And then the guy got hit by the bus. That was the most unexpected part. The guy gets hit by the bus like he's Regina George.
Yeah.
Like that,
I don't think
that
he
caught me
made it
off
to prom,
guard.
though.
No, that caught me off guard so hard. I was like, oh gosh, like, damn. All right. But yeah, so she's like, why are you running? There's this whole scene where Penguin's naked and they got one of the teenagers that said that we were boosting his car that night. And then she shoots him. She's basically like, you don't care. You would let somebody else die to cover your ass, which, yeah, I mean, he doesn't care about this kid. And at that point is when there's a wreck. And I thought this was Salvatore, but apparently it was his dude there, the helper. And, they drove the car in there. In the trunk is the dead body of Sophia's brother and the pinky ring cut off. And it says payback.
Yeah.
I love it. It tied together. Like, what were you thinking?
And I love too that that wasn't Penguin's plan. The kid improvised a little bit. And
it shows he's catching on. Yeah.
He wanted him to cut his head off. And I didn't know if it was like, oh, this is a better idea, or if he didn't want to. I mean, if somebody told me to like cut a head off and I've never cut it, like, I don't.
Well, it's funny. He's like, do I start the trachea? Like, where do I start?
Yeah.
Like, how do I do this? Like, he explained all these. Like, I didn't know where to start.
But I do wonder if it was just like the ick factor, or like, I've never done this. I don't want to cut a pinky off either, but that would be a lot easier.
I feel like a pinky's way easier to cut off than like beheading somebody. Absolutely.
I do wonder if some of it was strategic, and like, I feel like this is a better message, because I felt like that was a better message.
So like, that's what got me, right? As I initially, cause he wasn't answering his phone when Oz was calling him. So I was like, oh, the kid flaked. Mm-hmm. But apparently, so I didn't realize, I thought Salvatore like had hired guys after the pinky ring, exchange. And so he crashed the car there, cut the pinky ring off, but it was really clever because that's the whole ring has symbolism. And now Salvatore Marone is in the game.
Right. And it's Sophia, like, I took the pinky.
All right, we're all set for the party. I've trimmed the tree, hung the mistletoe, and paired all those weird-shaped knives and forks with the appropriate cheeses. And I plugged in the Bartesian.
Bartesian?
It's a home cocktail maker that makes over 60 premium cocktails, plus a whole lot of seasonal favorites, too. I just got it for $50 off. So, how about a Cosmopolitan or a mistletoe margarita?
I'm thirsty.
Watch. I just pop in a capsule, choose my strength, and...
Wow, it's beginning to feel more seasonal in here already.
If your holiday party doesn't have a bartender, then you become the bartender. Unless you've got a Bartesian, because Bartesian crafts every cocktail perfectly in as little as 30 seconds. And I just got it for $50 off.
'Tis the season to be jollier.
Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Exactly. It was like a signet. Like, you had my ring, I took it back, and I killed your brother in the process. So now it's like this whole gang war which is so smart. Like this kid who started off as like stuttering, he was very scared, nervous. He couldn't do anything. We even meet Penguin's mom, who's like some medicated lady.
I loved that because like that's one of the things with that I loved from Gotham. But in the Batman for which one was he in? The Tim Burton Penguin.
Batman. Oh yeah.
He didn't. His parents got rid of him as an infant, and I felt like his relationship with his mother is so important and so about who he is. And you see that even like with a lot of mobsters. Like you see that with Tony Soprano. It's like
it's always about the
although
moms,
his mother's
man.
toxic, but like he still feels like a
Penguin's mom's kind of toxic too. She wasn't smart.
Not like Tony's mother. Tony's mother is terrible.
Fair.
But like Penguin's mother though loves him. Tony's mother does not.
Yes.
I think
she just didn't take her meds that day.
But it's like this is toxic and kind of creepy relationship, but he still cares for his mother, and it's one of the few things he cares about. And I also love that they really showed an emphasis on his disability, where it wasn't like just okay, like you have a cane, like Oswald Cobblepot in Gotham is younger, and then Danny DeVito, we see Danny DeVito, but like this one they really showed it was like a real life disability. It wasn't just give him a cane like in Gotham. It wasn't just
he's got that,
this is very campy.
Oh, his feet, that was so gross. Yeah,
but you really see him struggle to walk, and I feel like that coupled with his mother, I feel like we're really truly getting like this dark, legit old school comic version of Penguin that I don't think we've really ever seen before.
Again, that goes into like, I really, really love the humanity aspect of what we're doing with these, because we might not see Penguin because the next Batman movie starts filming in the spring. The script's done. It's going to take place in wintertime. I like that they still reference the flood from the Riddler. Gotham's kind of in disarray.
Yes, I did like that. They connected that.
And then you're also making like this very key player in Gotham, Penguin, like humanity. And I think you need more of that with these characters, these villains, like Marvel, right? How many times, not to make this a Marvel versus DC thing, but how many times do we hear like Marvel's villains, they die in the movie that they appear in, right? Like they're one-off villains. Whereas now we're world building like this character that nobody's favorite villain is the Penguin. But I guarantee you, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guarantee you he's hitting the map after this, and we're going to see an explosion of Penguin stories and whatnot, and giving that human aspect to like the villains, because Batman has like the best rogue gallery. And not to mention, he kind of has like the most sympathetic amount of villains, excluding Joker, that I think any hero kind of has.
Yeah. Well, and this universe building though is going to be separate from James Gunn.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's all Matt Reeves' universe, which I know they're very focused on being grounded. That's why they changed his name to Oz Cobb, because they felt Cobblepot wasn't like all right. I have an issue with this because I think it's dumb that they're like, well, Batman needs to be grounded. No, come on. All right. He's a billionaire who didn't go to therapy. He's still hung up on his parents getting shot, and his method is to dress up in a suit and fight crime. And Batman's not a grounded character. I'm sorry. Like if Batman was grounded, he'd be out here right winging it on Twitter. Probably. I don't know, but like, come on, man, lean into the goofy aspects of Batman, because that's what makes Batman such a great character.
Yeah. I mean, he's dark, but what the making him grounded, I felt like is what you loved about the Batman, because he was a detective.
I do love the detective aspect more so. I do. Yes. You got me there. Yes.
But it's like so much of him, like his fancy toys and stuff. It's like, I mean,
he's a man. He's getting his ass kicked. He's beating Darkseid in the comic books. Like, come on, guys. Batman's not.
I mean, anybody who has a cape too. It's like, Thor. We got. He's from Norway. He's not from Norway. He's from Asgard. But it's like you don't see many people with capes in the MCU that aren't from another planet.
It's okay. Yeah. Shout out to Micah, who's in the chat. He hasn't watched Agatha yet, so he's got it on mute. We're on Penguin now, but if you haven't, I don't know. Your mom says your mom agrees with me and says that Batman's just not grounded. Like, I get it. You want to go, but changing the name Cobblepot. Do you know how many weird names people has out here? Come on, man. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I'm just not gonna. I really don't care. I just think it's something like funny that they're so focused on grounding Batman.
What was the last name of the actress from? We just filmed our Nightmare on Elm Street episode. What was her last name? It was like
it's like Leathengard or something like that. It's like
Cobblepot sounds way easier.
I guarantee you, like Cobblepot is a way more like I don't know. It's just funny how they want to ground it so bad, but it's like, it's a guy who never went to therapy. So
Right.
how
Micah says he
grounded can
hasn't
you get?
watched Penguin either. I'm a lame geek.
You know what? But you're out here supporting, and I
You're just a
appreciate
busy
that.
geek.
You're just busy, man. You got life, you got family. I did get to hang out with Micah a couple of weeks ago at Stable Brewing.
So you want to
and
wrap up Penguin and we can
it's
tell him he
awesome.
can come in?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap up Penguin episode. So the episodes are for Agatha are every Wednesday, and then Thursday we're blessed with Penguin. So we got a Wednesday, Thursday double header, and Tuesdays only murders, Wednesdays Agatha, Thursday is Penguin. So we're right now. A lot of people are sleeping on September as a month of television. A lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff. I'm loving Penguin. Can't wait. But that's what I got there with Penguin. I did get to meet up with Micah. I know Patrick hasn't, he said he hasn't seen Penguin. He finished episode 2 of Agatha as the Cantina Hour. You know what, man? Good for you. That's I want to talk about real quick, since we do have Micah and we do have Patrick in the chat. Hops Geek Boost for Haley. Quick plug for anybody out there. Yes.
I want to say thank you too to the. So yeah, you want to do the quick plug and then I
No,
want to say thank
do
you.
the plug and say thank you. This is your moment.
So yeah, we created our own group for a friend of mine who lost her daughter to pediatric brain cancer. She passed away when she was 4. She should be 7 right now. So we're raising money to fight this. Our group is called Hops Geek Booze for Haley. Haley was her name. And I just want to shout out everybody. I think it's so freaking awesome that you guys have no idea who Dee Dee is. You never met Haley and you guys are joining and it's so cool. After fees and taxes, it comes to $40. You have to run a 5K in October. And if you sign up before September 30th, you get a medal. I do the run in quotes because I don't care if you run. You could say you run and you didn't. You should run because it's good for you. You could walk, you can run, you can skip, you can say you ran, you can run in your head, you can walk through the grocery store and count it as a 5K. And they'll send you your medal. And the rest of the money goes to funding research for pediatric cancer. So shout out to Stacy, Tabitha, obviously my co-host here, Matt, Scott, Patrick, Micah, and Andrew, who just signed up as well. Thank you so much, guys, for joining this. I think this is so awesome. And this is obviously going to become an annual thing. I'm loving the support we're getting. I'm going to drop the link to join into the chat on Facebook and YouTube. And again, if you go to our link tree, we have it at the top right now, so you can join anytime.
We do. And that's one of the really cool things about what we do here is our community is so tight knit. Discord, man. If you haven't joined our Discord channel, I highly recommend doing it. We talk about everything. We have a fitness channel where we hype each other up. Everybody's working out. We got a sports channel for those of us who love sports, me. And we got a Marvel channel, Star Wars, Lego channel. We talk about what we're watching currently. So people throw in movie recommendations. A lot of hey, I haven't seen this film yet. And then we throw in movie recommendations. What we're drinking. It could be Dunkin' Donuts. We PSL it basically every day. And then it doesn't have to be beer. You don't have to drink beer to hang out and do what we do on the show. We do it, but by all means, man, you could hop in there, whatever. And then we talk about just reading, big reading recommendations, everything under the sun, man. It's really a tight knit community that we've built here, and we're doing something such as charity. And that's what makes what we're doing so much fun. Go.
Patrick said he's going to skip the whole thing. And Logan,
Patrick's skipping a 5K. Let's do it.
So my 7-year-old broke his arm a month ago. He's got the cast off now, but I was like, you can't run. So his solution was to skip. He's like, I'm just going to skip everywhere because he can't not run because he just has all the energy built up in him.
That's a smart kid. He's
Patrick,
smart.
If you decide to skip the whole thing, we need a video of just a little bit.
I'm going to need you to skip. We are trying to coordinate a day where we all collectively do our 5K together as in we all do it on the same day. And then afterwards, we virtually are going to hopefully meet up, hang out. And then what Lauren and I think we could do, because Scott's suggestion is with Deadpool and Wolverine coming out on Disney Plus October 1st, we do a watch party. So if we can coordinate everything, a lot of moving parts, as many people as we can, let's coordinate to do this 5K for charity, whether you donate, whether you run it, walk it, skip it, crawl it, roll it. I don't care. Bop it. Twist it. Whatever that is. And then afterwards, we come collectively get together and we celebrate doing good for the world because there's so much negativity out there that we brought some positivity. And we watch Deadpool and Wolverine together through Disney Plus. We can watch party it. We all hang out here. You drink your beverage of choice. It could be water. It could be a beer. It could be coffee. It could be apple juice, orange juice, tea. I don't care, man. Come out for the vibes. That's what we're all about here is vibes. But that's all I got. I'm going to hop off my pedestal. I think we're going to go ahead and start to wrap this up. I will be in Orlando in about a month. Can't wait for that. Very excited. Go Pack, go, baby. Go Pack, go. That's all I got to say. I don't think Erica, Ski, Lauren, and Josh are ready to see me in the football environment. Like, that's the last bit of friendship. Like, if Lauren can put up with me in my football environment, decked out in my cheesehead gear, then I think we're truly friends for life.
You made me lose Pixar trivia and we're still friends.
True. Well, this is the final stepping stone.
Okay, because Jim won
the
it
final
all.
test
At
of friendship.
One of us won it all.
Yes, this is the final test of friendship right here. If you can you can deal with me at my cheesiest, then we're friends for life.
Well, just so you know, I mean, I lived in Jacksonville for 9 years, so.
Well, my one of my really good friends that's going to go with us. He lives in the Palm Coast now. He did live in Jacksonville for the longest time. He moved about an hour away for his daughter. He's a big Jags fan. Oof. He's going to go too. So it's going to be a really good time. There's like 6 or 7 of us going. It's going to be a great time.
I mean, I remember have some breweries and stuff. Building the stadium. I actually remember that.
Everbank Stadium. I've been there before. I have been there before. I paid like $25. Really?
I don't think I have. My mom might jump in and be like, you went to this at the stadium. But I don't ever remember going to the Jaguar Stadium. I just remember them building it.
I have been there before. But yeah, man, just if you're in Orlando, say hi. Join Hopsky Booze for Haley. We're going to get a thing together. And we're all going to hang out, have a good time. Monday's episode is a Nightmare on Elm Street. Halloween season's here. We're going to kick it off with a Nightmare on Elm Street. Lauren watched it last night. I've seen it a million times, starting with I was 8 years old. And then next week's Cantina Hour, if Lauren's house survives the hurricane and she survives the Ocean's Calling this weekend, is probably going to be more Agatha and Penguin. So make sure you subscribe, like, share, follow, all of that good stuff. Hang out in our Discord and follow us.
We don't know what night it'll be next because both of our daughters have a birthday next week. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Harper's birthday is next Thursday when she has dance.
Yeah.
That is right.
So is Kaylee's. She doesn't have
That's
dance,
right.
So.
Well, we will figure that out.
I don't even know if she wants to hang out with me because my daughter's not turning 6.
My daughter is turning 6. Yes. Her birthday present, we got her a Barbie doll. It's Disney. So they make Barbie dolls.
She knows she's going to Disney?
No, they don't. The kids don't know yet. So her birthday is going to be like, here's this doll that's dressed up in Mickey Mouse gear. We're going to Disney to Lauren's house because she drew you that card. Like, she loves you guys. She's like, I did this card for Lauren. Did you send it? She reminds me every day. And I'm like, I forgot to send the card. And
you sent me a picture.
I did. Yeah. See, there I did. Technically I did. But they don't know yet. So yeah, that's the birthday. We're gonna go down to Disney and all that stuff. And that's also my birthday present too, but mainly hers and mine, I guess, for birthday parties. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hop in the chat, everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you guys next week. And hey, man, it's leaf peeping season. Leaf peeping season. The fall is here. I love the fall. Fall.
I gotta go take down my.
All right, we're all set for the party. I've trimmed the tree, hung the mistletoe, and paired all those weird-shaped knives and forks with the appropriate cheeses. And I plugged in the Bartesian.
Bartesian?
It's a home cocktail maker that makes over 60 premium cocktails, plus a whole lot of seasonal favorites, too. I just got it for $50 off. So, how about a Cosmopolitan or a mistletoe margarita?
I'm thirsty.
Watch. I just pop in a capsule, choose my strength, and...
Wow, it's beginning to feel more seasonal in here already.
If your holiday party doesn't have a bartender, then you become the bartender. Unless you've got a Bartesian, because Bartesian crafts every cocktail perfectly in as little as 30 seconds. And I just got it for $50 off.
'Tis the season to be jollier.
Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.